I feel led to tell you my dreams. My dreams I truly believe God has given me. Some I know He has given me for sure. And I'm going to tell you them in order of how I had them. I've told a couple of my dreams before, but I haven't told all of them. These are all the dreams that I can remember. I'm going to show you each of them. I made a picture to go with each one of my dreams. In this dream, I woke up to a loud explosion. And I woke up in that bed you see in the background. Sorry. Alright. I woke up to a loud explosion. And there was a lot of explosions going on out there. The whole wall was broken open. I could see it was all like something horrible happened. I don't know if it was an atomic bomb or what. I looked on the ground and there was bodies on the ground, just like you see here, in this green goo that looked like plutonium. And there was a barrel just like that with toxic waste. And I don't know if it was God telling me that an atomic, because I think they use plutonium in atomic bombs. And I don't know if God was trying to show me what's to come or what. And I felt led to go walk out and go through that door you see over there with light, but it was a bright light coming out through that door, and I was scared to walk through. And then I woke up. In this dream, I was in what I believe was Tokyo. It could have been China, but I just felt like it was Tokyo. I was in this store back over here, and I was looking for something to eat because I was hungry in the dream. And I ate, and it was like all the food they had looked like it was really weird and kind of weirdly packaged. I got what looked to be some type of vegetable, and it was in this packaging, and I ate it, but it tasted like chemicals, like it wasn't real. Like it was not a real vegetable. It was made with chemicals. It was really weird. It made me sick to my stomach. And so I walked outside. As I walked outside, that giant crab you see on the ground was attacking that man. Well, then that orangutan that you see literally grabbed that man and that crab and slammed him to the ground. Not hurting the man, though, but crushing the crab. And that crab literally turned into a bunch of little crabs and went into the drainage system. Then all of a sudden, I got sick in the dream. An ambulance showed up and literally had to give me a blood transfusion in the dream. They had like this machine where I had to filter my blood through and put it back in my body, right in the middle of the street. It was weird. And then I came to this dream. In this dream, I was fishing at a lake, and I caught a fish, and I was so excited to catch the fish. As soon as I caught the fish, the brown serpent, this brown water serpent, come out of the water like that huge brown serpent, and he was angry that I caught that fish. Then I realized it wasn't actual fish. It was the fisher of men. I had saved a soul, and the serpent was angry. And as he got angry and he came up out the water, that flying serpent up there, it was some kind of furry, weird looking flying serpent, almost exactly like that. And I remember everybody, there was other people there, everybody was afraid and took off running. I somehow knew to run to the back of that house over there, and there was a weapon rack, and they had a bunch of swords on this weapon rack. And I was going through the swords trying to grab them, but every time did, the swords would like flop, and like that, none of them were hard. And I started looking, and they had words on them. One of them said the NIV, but it was real flimsy. The other one was like had different Bible names on these swords, and most of them were real flimsy. The only strong and hard one I found was KJV. It had KJV on it, and as soon as I grabbed it, I knew what to do, and all fear left me. And I ran over there to where those beasts were, and I literally jumped. And when I jumped, I went flying in the air and chopped that beast down. That's flying in the air, and he went tumbling down to the ground and fell. In this dream, I was at the beach. I was looking down at the water, looking down at the minnows, and it was nighttime. Then all of a sudden, these huge, dark, I don't know what they were, huge, dark objects started falling to the earth. So fast and so hard. It was a boom, 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 boom. And they were falling in the water. And they were hitting so hard that the earth was shaking. And it literally started cracking. The earth started tearing apart. Everybody started running. People started running. There was nowhere to go. It was complete chaos. And I knew at that time there was nothing we could do. So me and my wife, we just started hugging and praying. And people were just running everywhere. The earth was literally ripping itself apart because of those things falling out of the sky. It was crazy. And then after that, we were transported to a presidential bunker. I don't know how we got there, but we were in the presidential bunker and Trump was there. And he just acted like he knew it was coming, but he didn't know what to do. But he acted like he just didn't really care because he was in his safe in his bunker. That's all I know. In this dream, we were at Dollar General, and it was me and a group of people that I'm friends with, and that are Christian. I go to church with them. We were at Dollar General, and we were just going in the store. It was like and it felt so real. Like all of these dreams really felt so real. Honestly, they were wild, but they felt real. But we were at Dollar General just chilling, and I was walking through the parking lot about to go in the store, and I looked over, and there was this huge tsunami, bigger than I've ever seen. I've even after this dream, I looked up tsunamis, and I've never seen one as big as I saw in this dream. And I'm not sure where I was because even though I was at Dollar General, it was a place I've never been before, and it had to be somewhere near the coast, but I'm not sure where it was. And the wave was coming that huge, just like that, and there was nothing I could do. I knew there was no escaping it, so all I did, I just hit my knees and began to pray, and the water just washed over me. And even though the water washed over me, I saw cars and I saw people just floating by, just going by, but I was still underwater, and somehow I was able to breathe. I don't know. I think it's because I surrendered and I was praying to Jesus in that moment. It's like He kept me protected even through all that. But I saw just cars going by, people going by, bodies going by, and it was so crazy. And when the water receded again, it actually happened again. Like the water receded and everything was fine, but then it came back again. It was like two tsunamis in one. But both times I was protected. So were the people that I was with because it's like we knew all we could do was pray to Jesus. That was it. And He protected us through it. It was the craziest dream. There was one other dream that I had where I was in the field and a meteor was coming down. It looked like a meteor was coming down and it hit in the field. And it was like something in the air felt weird. It felt really off. And I looked over and there was lights in the sky, but it was like they were moving around. And I felt a pull to go to these lights. And then I woke up. Sorry guys, I'm laying in bed. God gave me a dream. In this dream, there was this woman and she was in the hospital. She was having given birth, and she called me and she was like, "Help me, help me! They're giving my baby the mark. They want to give him the mark." And I'm like, "Oh, I have to." So I run and we get in the car and we go drive to the hospital and we go to help her because she was in labor. She gave birth to the baby, and as soon as she gave birth to the baby, they wanted to give her the baby the mark of the beast. So we drove to the hospital. I ended up go and I get to the hospital. I get to like the city area, right? And it was like even before I got to the hospital, it was like a police presence, like police soldiers almost was everywhere, and they had these guns. It was like everywhere. So I go into the hospital and I sneak in the hospital. I go into a room and she's got the baby with her, and we're over there. I'm like, let's go, let's get out of here. So I try to sneak out the window, but the window was locked for whatever reason. I couldn't get out the window, so I go back out into the hallway, and I'm like, let's go, let's just sneak past them, and we try to go. And these guys, they have these guns, y'all, and these guns, they don't shoot regular bullets. I don't know what, I don't know if they shot energy waves or what, but these guns, this guy tried to shoot me with his gun, and it did not affect me. I tackled him and I grabbed a gun from him. And I'm pointing the gun at the people. And they're like freaking out. They're like, oh, okay, okay, okay. Like they're scared because I have this gun. And this guy tries to come at me. And I pulled the trigger. And nothing had, like, no bullet came out the gun or nothing like that. But I saw this red laser on this man's head between his eyes. And it flickered, went like flickered. And when it did that, even though the gun made no sound, he dropped. He just dropped like a sack of taters. And I don't know if it's because he had the mark and this gun did something to people if they had the mark, or it was just some type of energy weapon that knocked you out. I don't know. But they were afraid of me once I had that weapon. And I was walking out the hospital and I had the lady and the baby behind me and I was protecting them. And I grabbed one of the soldiers and I had the gun to his head, and I was like, "Let's get out of here! Let's get out of here!" And there was a bus that we got on. This bus was full of other Christians, and we were trying to get out of the city, get that baby, and get out of the city because they were making everybody take the mark. Everybody that was in the hospital, everybody that was giving birth, they were making their babies take the mark of the beast from right out of the gate. And we were trying to get out of there. And I remember the men. I had the dude hostage, and I was headed towards the bus, and we were getting on the bus, and I remember one of the soldiers guys there. He was a big dude, and he was bald, and you could tell all of them had the mark, all of them had the chip, and he said it's okay, we'll see them again. Like they weren't even worried about going after me because it's like I don't, it was like they knew where we were gonna be. It's like I don't know, man. It was like the chip. I think the chip in their head is connected to the internet, connected to technologies, connected to cameras. It's like they didn't have to chase us to know where we're gonna be. But I just got this bad feeling like they were gonna catch up to us or something in the dream, and it was crazy. I'm telling you, it was crazy. And it was like they didn't want to harm their partner that I had, so they were like, "It's all right, we'll catch it, we'll get up to you." And it could be too, because the dude that I mean, come to think of it, as I'm talking to you guys, if I kidnap this dude, whatever, to protect them and get to safety free, he's basically, the chip is basically a tracker. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a chip, so they could probably track wherever we're going. But anyway, it's just it blew me away. It felt so real, y'all. It felt so real. So those are all my dreams. Do with them as you will. Yeah, it was Joseph and Daniel in the Bible that interpret other people's dreams. So there you go. I felt the need to tell you this and just let you know that all these dreams seem very end times. They seem very end timesy. So I just want you to know that Jesus Christ loves you and he is coming back soon. And I believe he's giving me these dreams to warn others, to tell others about the dreams, and to just let you know that he is coming back very soon. And we are living in the last days.